right, and we're live. What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 46. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Big Mike.
Yo.
NPSensei.
Yo, what's good?
And Phaneckswhy.
How's it going?
Yeah, Ash isn't going to be able to join us today. He had actually something important to do, so he did let me know ahead of time. So he will be missed for this podcast, but we will see him next time on the next episode. But we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today because there's some crazy things that are going on between the Xbox and FTC, and a lot of information is coming out that's kind of weird. But you'll understand it when we get into it. We're also going to talk about some Final Fantasy XVI, which, yeah. It's a good game. It's a good game. We'll just keep it at that. And then the Nintendo Direct that actually caught me by surprise because even though there was rumors about it, I wasn't expecting what we got there. But before we get into things, don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us over at Twitch as well. Follow NPSensei on his channel at NPSensei on Twitch and Phaneckswhy on his channel at Phaneckswhy. And before we dive into other things deeper, Mike, let us know. You just received your Asus ROG Ally. What are your thoughts on it?
It is the most okay system I've ever played.
Okay. Oh wow.
Okay. Go into detail.
It's so far. So I just got remote play running on it. I was playing Final Fantasy XVI. It does it well.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like it's just like so. I don't know whose idea was to just be like, hey, let's just put a full version of Windows 11 on here, and then like let's just run with that because like it's terrible. It's a terrible experience if you don't have a mouse and keyboard. Have you tried using Windows 11 on a small screen that's just touch? You know what I mean?
I didn't know
like
it was possible.
Yeah, but it's just a bad it's a bad user experience because it's like you can't use the joysticks like you can like on the Steam Deck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like on the Steam Deck, when you go to your desktop mode, you can use like your sticks to move the mouse around and stuff.
You can do that.
Huh?
You can do that.
Yeah, it doesn't work as well though. You know what I mean? Like
the
on
control,
that,
like
the controls
of it.
So Windows 11, like it doesn't respond as well as like the Steam Deck's UI. You know what I mean? Like when you're like moving around.
Yeah.
So like and then like when I'm playing with it, when I'm in an app, I like instinctively hit B to like back out, but you can't do that. You have to hit the X because it's Windows 11. So it's like super annoying. So you have to literally like touch the X because like the cursor moves super slow. You know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of like small stuff. Like so, like Jedi Survivor. I got Jedi Survivor finally running on it after like having to do a million updates. Because like literally when you get the thing, you have to do system updates, you have to do Asus updates, you have to find drivers. It's like it's not a very good like consumer like experience. You're just like it's not just like there's a package, you download it, and then you're good. You have to literally look in a million different places, otherwise you don't get the performance that's promised. But there's like but it's good. Once you get it running, it runs well. It runs better than the Steam Deck, but it's just like a lot of like they could have made like a Windows 11 like gaming handheld version or something. You know what I mean? Because I literally had to download Debloaty on it because why is there HP drivers on an Asus Steam Deck? There's literally HP drivers on there because it's Windows 11. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, why is that on there? You know?
Yeah. Oh wow.
So it's a lot of like it's just a lot of like laziness because I'm pretty sure they just did that to rush it out to compete with the Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. Like I've been holding off on the ROG Ally because I've been waiting to hear from you and from Fan. And Fan, I don't think your thoughts don't echo what Mike says, right? It's a little bit different.
I mean, like me, I'm fine with it, right? Like the little nitpicky little things, they can get annoying, but I can live with it. It's one of those things where like it's not gonna,
Gotcha.
kill the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it because eventually they'll figure those bugs out. Just because again, it's a new system, a new product, and they're trying to do their own like UI thing added on top of it. So, but I mean, I like the pros outweigh the cons pretty much for me. Yeah.
It's not really some of the stuff I'm saying is not nitpicky. because like the HP stuff on there, it bogs down the system, so it makes it run slow, so you don't get the performance that's promised. You know what I mean? Like, so, and if you're not tech savvy, you're not just gonna find it like, you know, like floating around. You literally have to like know where to look to delete those things.
Yeah.
Why is there Microsoft Teams on my Steam Deck? Not Steam Deck, Asus Rock Ally.
'Cause
Why
it's
is that
Windows
on there?
11.
You know?
It's Windows 11.
It's Windows.
Yeah,
Why is their
Microsoft
Office?
Teams.
You know what but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They should have made like a
Like a separate
handheld
UI
gaming, like
or
yeah.
OS.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, from the rumors, Microsoft is working on doing that stuff. It's just not ready.
So I mean,
So they dropped like everyone else. They dropped a rushed product. You know what I
maybe
mean? Like just to get it out there.
maybe if I was Microsoft, I would have been like, "Hey, we have this nice UI called the Xbox UI. You know, why don't we somehow make that, but make it for like a PC version or something like that? Like,
You could have went that route, and then
Yeah.
just like you could have went to desktop version and done the same thing. Because like the Armory Crate works good.
Yeah.
It's actually the best experience because Armory Crate was making my PC crash because I have an
Yeah.
Asus motherboard. But on that, it actually works well.
Yeah, it actually works fairly decent.
wait,
But at
so
the same time, like I said, like when you're on an app, like on a handheld,
Mhm.
you instinctively hit B to try to exit out of something and it doesn't work. You have to exit
Yeah.
out.
No, I hear that, and that's probably some of the fears I have. And I foresee, like, yeah, there might be a handheld mode coming out because that was already leaked, or I believe talked about it at a Microsoft like developer conference. And it's like you're gonna be running Windows 11, but in a handheld mode to run like Steam in handheld or big picture mode, which is like another thing. Like I don't know. Maybe it's best that hey, why don't you make an Xbox UI for Windows and make it so that it's compatible with the ROG Ally. Maybe that's probably the better version, but I don't know.
But it runs things well, but you do
Yeah.
have to tweak stuff too.
Yeah.
It's not gonna like run out the box. Like when I first started, finally got Jedi Survivor started, dude, I was
Mhm.
getting 6 frames a second. And it was getting so bad that the game wouldn't respond, so I had to keep like exiting out and like
Mhm.
restarting it and trying to catch it before like it kind of like bogged itself down like into oblivion.
Main question: are you thinking
So-
of returning it?
Maybe. I'm 50-50 right now. I'm still testing a few things out. I literally spent all day making a video about it, but I barely got any video because I had to literally keep downloading stuff and it kept taking like forever. And like I had to keep like looking up like why some stuff's not like running right. Then I found a GitHub for Deep Bloaty, which if anyone has Asus ROG Ally needs to go do that because it literally takes out all the bloatware out of it in like one go, which makes everything run probably like I would say 20% better because I was getting like 17 frames on Jedi Survivor after I did all that. I'm getting like 35, 40 frames a second now. So
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It might be ROG Ally might be a pass for me for now. At least we'll see. Because
so what I'm
Mhm.
scared of, right, is this is the marketing tactic right now.
Yeah.
Is so they released the Z1 Extreme, the chip. And
Mhm.
I have a really, really strong feeling that the non-extreme version of it's going to run almost identical for $100 cheaper.
That would be
Because
interesting.
yeah,
Or what if it's
I
the opposite? It's like you can't do anything unless you get the
mean,
extreme version.
it could be that way too, but like so that's why when looking at Nvidia, right, when they release a graphics card,
Mhm.
they always release the most expensive one, and then the second most expensive runs like pretty much equivalent to the most expensive, except for the 40 series. 40 series is like
Yeah.
they
The
did
big
that on
gap
purpose,
difference. Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
we'd have to see because I mean, there's a huge spec difference between the two
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
terms of cores and GPU.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the cheaper one runs like 10% slower for $100 cheaper. You know what I mean? At that point, it's not even worth it to buy the more expensive one.
I think it would just be nice if PlayStation just made a handheld again. Then it'll probably beat out all other handhelds aside from like the Nintendo Switch.
Handhelds are coming back. I'm
Yeah.
for it, dude.
I mean, could you imagine that? Like I've said this multiple times on the podcast. A portable PS5, handheld PS5, play your same games on your PS5 in portable mode if you wanted to, or if you take it on the go, you can also dock it in. There you go. Like, why not? Why not, Sony? Come on.
I don't know about PS5, maybe PS4.
Nah, I think they could do it with a PS5. I mean, it might be expensive, right? Like around the ROG Ally price, but it's like, you know, you're selling a VR headset that's more than the PlayStation 5. Like,
Which I feel is a mistake.
yeah, it's like, come on, you can do it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. As for me right now, I think I'm gonna pass on the ROG Ally for now. But let's get into something I've been wanting to talk about for a minute, and that is Final Fantasy 16. The hype is, I don't know, actually. Like, I was super hyped for it after playing the demo, and then like literally when I jumped right into the game, I was like, maybe the demo was just too good, and now the rest of the game was slowing down. But then I got to a part where the hype started building up, the story started getting really good, and now I'm interested in it again. But because it was kind of weird. So I believe I was talking to this with Fan. Like, you go ahead and you start progressing, with the story after the demo, and you're doing the combat, but the combat is just like, it doesn't seem that great.
Kingdom
But
Hearts 2.0, bro.
yeah, well, no, like it was, I think, worse than like Kingdom Hearts at first, but it's because you only have one iconic ability or one icon, like thingy, this is not iconic ability. I forget what they call it, but you only have one thing that you can do those moves with. Once you gain like Garuda, and then it starts opening up for better combos. And of course, when you play the iconic challenge demo, it's you have Garuda, Titan, and the Phoenix, so you're doing like crazy combos there. Plus, you're limit breaking and all this other stuff. So like now that I'm unlocking those things, the gameplay is starting to get a lot better. I will say this: my thoughts as somebody who's played almost every Final Fantasy. Like, I think 5 is like the only one I haven't really played, and 6 I've played like half of 6, but not all of it. I don't get the hate of it's not a Final Fantasy. I think that people who
Don't
are
go to
assuming
the JRPG subreddit, bro.
Oh, I
They're
know.
in shambles right now, dude.
So,
like,
well, here's the thing. People are like, "Oh, it's not a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy has open world exploration." That is false. Final Fantasy has a world map you could kind of go to, but,
it's linear.
I think 15.
Final
was the
Fantasy
only
has
one that
always
was,
been
like,
linear,
open
though.
world.
Yeah,
If you
I
look
know.
at it,
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like the whole open world thing. That's
exactly
it's
because it points you into a direction you can go
yeah.
to. I think it's a false thing that it's an open world, right? Like Final Fantasy VII did have like secrets, right, amongst like the map, but when you look at it, like it's like, okay, you leave Midgard, where do you have to go? You have to go here. Once you go to a new area, guess what? It's very straight through. It takes you pretty much straight. There are different paths you can go off and find chests and stuff like that, but for the most part, your point A and point B is the same. In between, it's not that much of a change. Like, everybody kind of finds the same things. It's not like Zelda or like Assassin's Creed or like, Skyrim type of open world. So I feel like people who are saying that it's like Final Fantasy has always been more open, I think they're misremembering it, in my opinion. That being said, like, I don't feel that, Final Fantasy 16 is as linear as, say, Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 was like straight up linear. Like, I mean, when I mean linear, it's like you look at
Like,
the map.
legit,
Yeah,
it's straight.
you look at the map, and the map is only goes straight. Like, there was no pass or anything like that. I think it's closer to Final Fantasy 7 remake type of design.
That's what I've been hearing as well.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Like, I like it. I'm enjoying it. The story is definitely way mature. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the story.
I
Definitely.
didn't know it was rated M.
Yeah.
Until they started dropping the F bomb, and I'm like, oh, like,
Yeah.
all right, like, it's rated M. Like,
Yep.
I need them to do a little bit more on the rated M, but that's just my opinion.
yeah.
Are you talking about certain scenes?
A lot of scenes.
yeah.
I think I know what
Jack and Jill
scenes.
went up the hill.
Yeah.
Fresh fell water.
But yeah, like I'm liking it. Like, I see the Game of Thrones comparisons and stuff like that. Like, Clive is really like Jon Snow for the most part.
Oh my goodness, his beginning is Jon Snow. It's like they ripped the story right off.
Yep, exactly. Like, he's just Jon Snow from the start. The dog and all, right? Jon Snow had a ghost. He has Torgal. Like, literally, yeah, it's literally like that.
Do we know what his deal is in terms of his parents?
Clive,
Yeah, I know.
as of
I
now,
think that's spoiler territory. Like,
Okay.
What
Yeah,
do you
as
mean
a
by deal? I have a question. What do you mean by deal?
Well, like, is he a bastard? Is he?
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay,
No,
that
No.
I can answer. He is not a bastard. That's
Okay.
what made it so confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
That's what I was
Yeah,
trying to
'cause
figure out. Like,
that's what I thought too. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I'm like his mom really hates him.
Yeah, exactly.
he looks. He
I was like,
takes
what
over his
did I do?
dad. The younger brother takes over the mom.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I mean,
basically,
and that's not
not a-
uncommon in like Japanese stuff. Like think anime, right? Boruto looks like Naruto, and then Hiruma. I can't say her name. The daughter,
I don't
yeah,
watch
looks like what's her name? Why am I forgetting her name now?
Hinata.
Hinata. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty common there. But what were you gonna say, Sensei?
Wow. What was I gonna say?
My fault.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. So the reason why his mom hates him is not really the mom's. Well, it is the mom's fault, but it's not really the mom's fault. It's the fact that bearers, there's something called bearers in the game, and that just means that you have a special ability, whether it's one of the elementals that happen, right?
Yeah.
And for bearers everywhere else except for the kingdom that Clive grew up in, looks down on bearers.
Yeah.
They treat them as slaves. So that is why, because he was born a bearer and his brother was born a dominant.
Yeah.
His little brother was born a dominant. So that's the dynamic on why she hates him so much, is because he's a bearer. If he was a normal dude, he would have been up there.
Yeah. And then and that's not a spoiler. All you have to do is read the lore button when they talk about it, because I didn't know what bearers were for the longest time, and they don't really tell you during the story. You have to use the lore button, and they're like, oh, that's what a bearer is. No, they didn't tell you.
They
Like
kind of they kind of hint at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the beginning scene when those two guards are talking, like that's pretty much like the only time like where they hint at it. Like,
there's another part, like there's another scene, like you know, I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible. There's like an area you have to go to, and there's a place where there's like a character that kind of like talks about bears, and you have to do like a side quest for them. They talk about it there, but even then I still didn't really understand what a bearer was until I hit the lore button, and I was like, okay, this is what they are, this is what it is. And you know, you kind of get the actual thing of what a bearer is. But yeah, that's part of it. And then, you know, like all her words, like in the demo, you know, was like, you know, you should have been the icon or whatever, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Clive just got so bad. Like his mom just hates him for whatever reason. I still think so. Here's a theory. Again, not spoilers. I do think that that's not his parents, because I feel like they made Clive such a Jon Snow. We're gonna find out that he's probably like, I don't know, so there's these things. There's a civilization that's unknown about, at least where I'm at. You know, since you're way ahead of me, so they might have explained it to you already. But where I'm at, they're unknown. They're known as the Fallen, and apparently they came from like the darkness. No, I'm just kidding. You know, apparently. I thought Mike would catch that reference. But yeah,
I did.
That's Destiny reference there. But yeah, no, there's a civilization that was there known as the Fallen. For real, they're known as the Fallen, and we don't know much about them, but apparently they were there like thousands of years ago, and they have like stuff that's like fallen down and things like that.
Is that why they're called the Fallen? Are they surrounded by fallen things?
I don't know. Like I know they have like stuff that fell, so maybe that's why they're called like. But I'm theorizing that Clive may be related to the Fallen for some reason, because he's the only one that can get the other abilities from the icons. Yeah, and you know, like, even Sid was like, "What did you just do?" And you know, he's like, "I don't know. Like I just did a Mega Man thing. You know, that's it." Like, so I don't know. That's my theory. I think Clive is probably not the actual like birth like son of
I'm not gonna get into it on stream because like I don't know if people started playing it or are gonna play it.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty sure like I already have the whole game figured out. I'm probably like 5 hours in.
Really? Oh, say it. What do you think it is?
What's up?
I'm curious. I'm curious. Like say what you think it is.
I'll tell you after the stream because like I'm not because like I don't know if anyone's like trying to play it or anything like that.
Well,
so
I mean, if it's a theory, then it's fine, right? You're not gonna be. If it's a theory, it's fine. Like nobody should be mad about that.
No, I honestly just think it's gonna be a very like I think it's gonna be because with the way AAA companies are like treating like these games, I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a very cut and dry like ending, and everyone's expecting this like anticlimactic ending. I think it's just going to be like he goes, gets like his brother's like revenge or whatever, or like he ends up being like no, he ends up being the fire demon that killed his brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that's the only reason why he lived, the only logical reason why he will live. He finds that out, feels bad about himself, and then like goes like finds out he got turned that by his mom or something, then goes like kills his mom, and then like boom, like ending. Like,
All right, Sensei, let's not say anything, okay?
like,
I said, let's not say anything. We'll keep him with his theory.
Because
Yeah. So,
Not
but
really,
yeah,
just kills himself at the end.
right?
yeah.
Harakiri, bro.
I heard. Well, I heard. You know, the final boss. I already know the final boss. Apparently, it's a guy named Sephiroth that comes out and just like it's a prequel. And apparently, like,
bro, if they did that, I wouldn't even be mad, bro. Like, it's like literally like Cloud and Sephiroth coming out the end, like.
Yeah. Oh man, that
For
would
me,
be
it's
crazy.
giving me very Attack on Titan vibes. That's all I'm gonna say.
I would say more Naruto
Historia?
vibes.
Yeah, I can see Naruto too. I can see
Yeah,
Naruto
because
too.
like every country has like a dominant, right? Which is basically a you know, a tailed beast, and then like Clive is literally like the ten tail. He's just absorbing everybody, you know. So it's like I don't know. That's
So
the
I
way I
was
see
right.
it.
He was the fire dominant.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
You said he
mean,
was the 10 tail, like so.
Oh,
Well,
no, I'm saying like
they
he's
have that in the
he's
beginning
just
where he
like
goes, you know, come to me, Ifrit. Like he literally in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like,
that is in the trailer, but like I'm talking about more like, you know, because like if you've seen like gameplay in trailers, he absorbs, like he has Titan's powers, he has like Shiva's, he has everybody, so that's why it's a Mega Man reference. Like he absorbs them. We don't know why or how or you know what's the whole point about that. But I'm making the reference of like he is the ten tail, like similar to a ten tail, Jinchuriki there. So that I see a lot of Naruto references there. But I guess yeah, you know, Attack on Titan, I can see it too. Because of the yeah, a lot of
I'm already seeing like a lot of like what's it called, like um typecasted stuff, like stuff that's like been seen before. The
Yeah.
story's really good though. Like it's the only thing keeping me going because the gameplay is very dry.
Yeah, it gets better, I'll tell you that. Once you get the other abilities, then you can start doing crazy combos. But I agree, the story is definitely the highlight. And I mean, I've always played Final Fantasy for the story first.
Right.
And gameplay, though the gameplay is better than Final Fantasy 15, for sure.
Oh, I
Like
hated Final Fantasy 15, bro.
the holding
Like,
one button and letting it just randomly do its
yeah,
thing. Like I
I
couldn't stand
hated
that.
it, dude. But bro, I was on the JRPG like subreddit, dude. They're not happy with this
No.
game, dude. They're not.
They must not
And
like
I
Star
kind of
Ocean or anything
agree.
like that. Yeah.
They could have made it a little bit more tactical, like a little bit more like turn-based ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
As-
like remake.
Like remake, yeah.
yeah, like they could have made it more like that, because this, to me, it's literally the only reason like I'm enjoying it is because it's like literally like Kingdom Hearts 2.0. It's literally just like it's like mindless like hack and slash, like kind of like fun.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 specifically was very mindless hack and slash. Like
Yeah.
that's why I prefer like 1 more, because 1 you actually had to think out, you know, and stuff. Like 2 was just very like I beat the whole game just by pressing X. You know, it was just X. Like I had
you just did your dash drive.
Yeah, that's literally everything I had to do. I didn't use magic.
Spin.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I've never used magic in that game at all. Like the most I did was
the forms.
The forms, yeah. Like I used the forms when I had them, and yeah, that's it.
Oh no, you had to use you had to level up the Thundaga or whatever, because then it just took out like a whole bunch of people around you.
Or the combos when you use one of the other characters' abilities combined.
Was that in Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
Like, you know, you and Goofy would pair
remember.
up and like do stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
like you and Donald
that.
would pair up and do a move.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I played Kingdom Hearts 2.
I'm just glad you don't have to control your party members.
I mean, it's a hit or miss for me.
About that, like, because I like the whole like controlling a whole party. That's what made Final Fantasy to begin with.
For me, okay. So where I'm at in the story, they throw because you might say the gameplay is boring, right? But it gets harder. Not only does it get harder, does the combat get more interesting, but it also gets harder, and they start throwing more people at you. So there's so much on your screen, so you can see how that free moving camera is just so wild. You need it to be that way
Yeah.
because they'll throw so many people at you that you're just like, well, what do I do here? Or someone's hitting you you might be beating somebody up. Someone's already knocking you in your back because there's like 3 different dudes.
Well, I think what he was like, what for me, like at least what I would think, what I was say about this is like, like I don't have to control my party members, but like Final Fantasy VII Remake, like let's say I need somebody to heal me right away. My party member's not doing anything. I can
Well, that's why
quickly
you have your dog.
go there and do that. Yeah, and the dog is like no offense, I know a lot of people love Torgo. He's useless. Like for healing, he's useless. Like there is no healer in this game. Like I had to get the Phoenix ability that does like that blast that heals you. Like that's the closest I got outside of like potions and stuff. But like it's just like it's literally just you against the world because your party members are almost, at least for me, they feel very non-existent.
I'm sorry, I don't want to put my Jill in danger, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
Jill's just like she'll do her little ice torpedo things, and I'm like, you missed. Like what are you hitting? Like
yeah. I like but I like the party management aspect of like those games.
Yeah.
And like it's like one of those things like
So
it would be cool if you could at least switch characters to play as them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
So would you say if it was more like Final Fantasy VII Remake, that gameplay style, would you have a better, or would you think that would be better than what it is now? Or if it was more in line to where you can kind of swap characters around?
So the RPG elements are like super light. So I think if they would have added more RPG elements and made it that way, I think it would have probably hit with the OG Final Fantasy fans and like the new school Final Fantasy fans.
Yeah, because
Like,
I do think the combat is solid. It like Sensei says, it does get harder, and it makes you start thinking and dodging and parrying and all that stuff a lot more. You can't just hack and slash your way out of stuff because the enemies get very hard like quick. But I do agree that I do wish I had some type of customization for the party member. Give them different equipment, different armor, stuff like that. I could put certain moves on there. Semi control them. I don't have to control them always, but like at any point, if I need them to do something in a pinch, maybe I want to do a certain combo, I can command them to do something, and going kind of like
At least to the level of Kingdom Hearts, where you can kind of set certain things for their Donald or Goofy to do.
that would have been cool.
Yeah. It's funny how you mentioning this, but
like then that, right?
Like it's funny that I'm mentioning this because I was just saying like how I hated Final Fantasy 15's combat, but I did like that you can call and you can do a move, like you can have Gladio do like a certain thing or Prompto do a certain thing, and they'll do like a move, if you remember, right? Like Gladio will get his sword and like spin around and do like a hit, and then you could combo off of that. Like something like that would have been nice.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. The combat they could have made this, called it something else, and made its own series, like with the way this game's like shaped up.
I agree.
Because it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy. The only thing that's Final Fantasy is Sid, Kiraga, and you know what I mean? Like all
you could have named this Strangers in Paradise 2.
Right. Yeah.
And you would be like, oh, okay, it's amazing.
Maybe I have a better view of the game just because I've never played a Final Fantasy game before.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what they wanted, right? They wanted people who haven't played Final Fantasy to play it. Have you played Remake yet? Final Fantasy VII Remake?
This is my first one.
After this, if you have the time, I would recommend trying Final Fantasy VII Remake, Part 1. Try that out and see which combat system you like, because it's very similar to that, but not as heavy action. There's like RPG elements to it. So there is a part where you fill up a meter and then you can stop and you choose a move and you do like a very strong move and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I would recommend, if you have PlayStation Premium, I think it's free on there, or if you claimed it for PlayStation Plus. Yeah, so if you have PlayStation Premium, you can download it for free. I highly recommend it. Amazing game, similar in concept as Final Fantasy 16. Story is Yeah, but it's a Nomura story, so yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's any other words for you, Sensei, on Final Fantasy 16? Actually, give us your full thoughts because I didn't let you talk about it. What are your thoughts on it since you haven't played a Final Fantasy game?
I enjoyed it all the way through. Like I'm a story buff, so it's just like, especially because it's Game of Thrones like, and as you can see, like Game of Thrones is just my favorite.
Oh, I didn't see
Favorite thing
that.
in the
That's
world.
awesome.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw he was like Jon Snow, I was hooked. I've been playing it almost every single day since it came out. Um, I'm interested in the factions that they have because they introduce different the whole entire world itself. The cutscene, I like that everything is voice acted for the most part. You can pet your dog. Let me say that right now. You can pet Torgal. It's amazing. I have the ring one to where Torgal is automatically like doing what he needs to do. So that's why Torgal is not like a main thing for me. And then I noticed that it keeps you at a certain level. Like you can go off and you can like farm enemies in the open world, but like doing that, it would take you years just to pass. So it forces you to use. I will say it forces you to use the game mechanics more often, which is a great thing. And it puts you more in depth with the world. I suggest that everybody do the side quests because the lore, all the side quests are also voice acted, and the lore itself, it will more entice you into the world with the side quest. Like let's say something major happens, you go talk to everybody, you could literally see what they've been doing during that event and like what they think and everything else. And it just, I don't know, it builds itself.
Yeah, I agree. The side quests start off like dumb. Like literally like your first side quests are you don't even leave that area. You just go up and they'll say, "Hey, I need you to do this. I need you to serve plates and stuff like that." But they do get better and like you said they're interesting. Like one of them I don't want to spoil it. I'm trying to think. There was a side quest. It was just very interesting because they had a backstory about the bearers, and I thought that was pretty interesting to kind of like see how that played out. And like I said, it fills up the world. Like the side quests are interesting, where I feel like they are a highlight because usually side quests are very boring, and I don't care. They're not many side quests when they appear. They give you like maybe 2 to 3 at a time. But when they appear, I would recommend doing them as you go for sure. And
And
like,
I'm glad there's not a lot though, because you can like you can branch off from the story so much that you would forget like what's going on in main story. So the fact that they give you 2 to 3 each time major chapter ends or begins is like cool. I got this. I can see what's happening. Make sure you do the chocobo villager thing. There's a side quest with your chocobo, not with your chocobo, but with there's like a chocobo guy. He's like, yo, can you help me out with these chocobos and everything? And even that, there's a part 2 to that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like they did it pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. They're definitely the side quests are better than the Final Fantasy VII remake side quests for sure, because they were just boring and not didn't need to be in the game, but they're there.
They probably just added it just to make everyone happy because everyone's doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But 16 did a good job. Like the story and everything, I think is good. Highly recommend it if you haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet. Get to it. I know Fan hasn't, but he's leaving us for a little bit, so that's why he hasn't gotten it.
Get remote
I'm
play on
playing it 'cause I
your
wanna be spoiled.
ally, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to a different state.
It might still work. It might still work. You don't know.
If
No.
you're connected, you just have to do it. I looked it up. You have to do
I'm
some
unplugging
port
everything.
forwarding.
No, when I leave, I'm unplugging everything.
Yeah. I mean that's true. Like with the storms and stuff like that, you don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know if like I'll have a power surge in my house with my stuff on, so I'm unplugging it
Just
all.
buy a surge protector, bro. Like
Dude,
you'll be good.
He doesn't know.
Gone out once today.
No, surge protectors are not the end all be all. Unplugging it is 100% safe.
So a lot of people don't know this. Surge protectors, if you read the fine print on their packaging, it'll tell you how much they cover. So if a lightning strikes and you're plugged into the surge protector and it's still like good, because surge protectors do go bad after about like a year and a half, 2 years, so you have to swap them out. So if it's still in that like time frame, they will replace whatever was plugged into it. You just might have to jump through some hoops, but it will happen.
Oh no, you can jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on from Final Fantasy 16, the Nintendo Direct actually surprised me. I wasn't I know it was rumored, and I wasn't expecting much from this Direct, but like we had talked about it previously on the podcast. Like Nintendo was very light for the rest of the year outside of Pikmin. Like there was nothing for them to like show off. And yeah, surprisingly, they actually got quite a few things to show off, and they just packed October with stuff. So now October is actually packed with quite a few games. So let's go ahead and move over to that. I'm gonna transition scenes here, and there we go. Yeah. So let's go off to what was revealed. Starting off with Super Mario Brothers Wonder. It's a brand new 2D Mario game. I'm liking it. I think it looks pretty cool.
I didn't realize that it's been 13 years since they released a 2D Mario.
A new one, yep. Since the last one was New Super Mario Brothers
2012.
U. Yep.
Yeah.
For Wii U.
I didn't realize it's been that long. I'm like,
Super Mario
snap,
Brothers World U,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Remember
Yeah, it was-
Galaxy?
No, well, Galaxy's 3D. So
Oh,
yeah, so like a 2D, like just side
Side
scrolling.
scroller, like platforming.
got you.
Yep. And it looks good. Like I like the animation of it. Like what really won me over is actually the animation. Like if you look at the trailer, I've watched it like 4 times already, and just a little bit, like the little details. Like again, like usually in video games, little details to me could be like, man, like I don't care. But when you do put in a lot of effort into these little details, I do appreciate it. And just the little things like Mario, he was like on something, like it looked like he was like rail grinding, and his hat is just like up in the air because of the wind, and you see he has like a different like animation. Like he just looks more animated in terms of a 2D Mario
I
versus
think
like the same movement.
they literally took them for inspiration from the movie.
It-
feels
it-
like that.
It does feel like it, like because Mario looks different. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but if you look at the picture, he looks different.
It does look. The whole all the animation looks different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they totally did something different with it, which I'm fine. You know, it's
Did they explain the multiplayer?
it's local,
Is it local?
as of right now.
Only local?
Yeah,
That's
as of right now,
disappointing.
they've only said it.
Yeah.
Local. I'm sure they'll probably go into more details, and maybe they'll announce multiplayer because Super Mario 3D World was multiplayer online. So I wouldn't assume I wouldn't
be
assume why
fun.
it wouldn't. It would be. It would be a nice group stream. Yeah. What's cool is you can do 4 Yoshis. You can play as 4 Yoshis, or you have Daisy in it as a character. There's Toad. They have quite a few characters on it. You can turn into an elephant. It looks there's like a trippy mode, like you get a flower and like the whole world gets all trippy, kind of like that Yoshi's Island level, where it kind of does the same thing. Like you touch some like trees or something like that, and the whole world gets fuzzy. Like you get like this weird like morphing all around the screen. Yeah, they have like a thing like that. Looks pretty cool. Looks fun.
You're on shrooms. It's pretty
Yeah,
much what it is.
basically what it is. It's supposed to be shrooms. Yep. And another announcement, which I'm actually very excited for, is Super Mario RPG Remake. I never played the original.
What?
Let me rephrase that. I started the original, if you remember. I announced that on the podcast. I got up to a little bit, loved it, and then I stopped. I stopped playing it. But the remake is going.
Isn't it on Nintendo Switch Online?
It is not. No.
Really?
Yeah, I was playing it on the Steam Deck. So yeah, it looks like a full blown remake. They're redoing everything. They added cutscenes now because Super Mario RPG doesn't have cutscenes. Here, all the big events will actually be cutscenes versus just seeing them from like a top down like isometric angle and stuff like that. So that I'm pretty excited for that. That comes out November 17th. I did forget to mention that Super Mario Wonder comes out October 20th, which keep that date in mind because that's also the day Spider-Man comes out. It's also my son's birthday too.
Nice.
Yeah, October is gonna be really busy, dude.
It is. And then supposedly the leak on that week was Sonic Superstars also. It's supposed to release that same week.
I think it's the same day. Doesn't it come out October 20th?
No, I think the 17th was the day that it showed on a
okay.
Tuesday. Yeah, what were your thoughts on Super Mario RPG Remake?
Well, I have it pre-ordered.
Yeah. What about you, fan?
I mean, I'm excited for it. I played the original on the NES, SNES. So I'll get to relive my childhood again.
And Sensei, what about you?
Genos.
Yeah, no.
No. You don't like turn-based RPGs?
Not that I don't like it. I just don't. I've never been a Mario fan. Like I enjoy Mario. I'm just not a fan of Mario.
This
Yeah.
game is
This is
pretty
a
interesting.
big departure.
It was
Big departure.
I found out that I guess Sakaguchi made the game. I didn't know that.
Well, not only that,
Or
they
maybe he
messed up
didn't.
putting it next to Spider-Man. Like,
Well,
nah.
yeah. Oh no, that one is in November.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one's
that
well,
one's
still.
November. That's
I'll
November
probably still be playing
17th.
Spider-Man at that point.
But yeah, like I didn't know. Like I was doing research on it. I didn't know Sakaguchi did the game, and then Yoko Shimomura did the soundtrack, which she's also remaking the soundtrack for that game. So you know that's gonna be dope because all of Yoko music is amazing. Detective Pikachu 2 is coming to the Switch. Called Detective Pikachu Returns. I personally don't care about the Detective Pikachu, but hey, it's there. That's October 6th, 2023. Anybody here?
I would have liked it better if they got Ryan Reynolds to voice Pikachu.
I
That
agree.
would be hilarious.
I would have played it.
Me
Yeah.
too.
No, as soon as I heard the voice, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Sorry.
Yeah, that would have been awesome actually. Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1 was confirmed for the Switch, which I thought was already confirmed, but maybe not. That releases October 24th. So hey, now you can play Metal Gear Solid on the go like you used to on the Vita. The collection comes with Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, Sons of Liberty, 3 Snake Eater, and Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, and then Snake's Revenge.
I'll either get it for on Steam or on the PS5.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't even know if I want to get it, honestly. Like I might get a physical copy
Yeah,
because they delisted this before, so I might pick it up like on shoot, I can't. I have to pick it up on Switch because I don't have a freaking PS5 that has this. But yeah, because they delisted Metal Gear Solid before, so I would get a physical copy of the game.
yeah. I'll probably just do it just because like I collect games, but those games play like trash now, dude.
They do. I agree. That's why I prefer Metal Gear Solid 3DS because the Metal Gear Solid 3DS version has more modern controls, so they play a lot better.
I kind of like 2 though.
2, yeah, I mean for us who played it growing up, like I could probably live through it, but like Sensei, like would you play Metal Gear Solid, like the older Metal Gear Solid games?
No.
I played it
No?
twice, PS2 and GameCube. So
Have you played a Metal Gear Solid game?
I haven't. But I have an
Yeah.
issue with older graphic games. It's just it won't keep my attention span.
Gotcha. So you might like Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I think you'll like that. It's a good entry too, since technically that's the first in the
One.
timeline.
prequel.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 3 is a prequel. It's actually what started everything all, which is kind of cool. They announced Ganondorf and Zelda amiibo, which I will be getting because you can't see it on my wall, but like I have a wall of amiibos over here.
What do amiibos do?
For me, nothing. They just stay on my wall.
Oh.
But like they in some games they give you like certain things. Like in Zelda, they'll give you like clothes for whatever link you put on there. So like if you have Twilight Princess link and scan that, you'll get the Twilight Princess clothes. Or you can do what Fan did and you just get the cards from Amazon and do it that way as well.
Nice.
WarriorWare Move It was announced, which is basically like a sequel to the Wii WarriorWare game. I like WarriorWare games. I don't like motion games though, so this is probably a pass for me. And that comes out November 6th, 2023.
Probably get it.
The amiibos come out holiday 2023, by the way. I mean, like I like the one that came out before it, the other Switch version. I forgot what it was called. But that one was nice because that was multiplayer, which I believe this one's multiplayer as well. But there wasn't motion control involved, so you can do everything with like an actual controller.
Yeah,
Right.
I just get games like that because I like play with my girl or something like that.
They're fun. Like
Yeah.
if you haven't played a WarriorWare game, Sensei, I recommend it. They're a good time killer. Like that would actually be the perfect mobile game, I think. Like to do mini games like that.
The DS one, I put so many hours in the DS one, dude. Like it was crazy.
I wanted the 3DS one, the gold one, which has like I guess it has like all of the WarriorWare mini games.
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted that, but like at the time the Switch came out, it's like I don't really want to buy 3DS games anymore. And then Pikmin 4, they show more gameplay. It releases on July 21st. A demo's coming out June 28th. And then they also announced HD versions of Pikmin 1 and 2, which are already available on the eShop, which is kind of cool. So now you can play Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the Nintendo Switch.
But you can't play multiple Zelda games from the past. Like,
exactly. I mean,
good job, Nintendo. Putting a
Decisions.
franchise that no one really cares about versus Zelda, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
all they need is Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, and then you have the whole, and the Oracle games, and then you'll have the whole franchise on the Switch. They should do that.
well, no, because
You're missing
you
Wind
need Wind
Waker.
Waker too. Yeah.
Well, they gotta
Oh,
charge
did
you
I?
guys
Oh,
$60
I
for
thought
it.
I
Of
said
course.
that. My fault. Oh, I said Ocarina
No.
of Time. I meant Wind Waker.
Yeah.
My fault. I meant Wind Waker.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wind Waker and Twilight, because you can play Ocarina in Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
already.
I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. Like I don't know what I was saying.
Yeah, they need to remake the Oracle series.
Mm-hmm.
That's a remake they need to do.
I'll play it. If they did like the Link's Awakening graphics, I would get it.
But they need to release them to buy because I hate the Nintendo Switch Online thing.
Yeah. Well, if it's a remake, I'm sure. Yeah, it'll be like Link's Awakening. They'll
Oh,
charge you
trust me. If it's
$60.
Zelda, they're gonna charge you money.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna make our money.
It'll be a $60 just for Oracle of Ages, and then $60 for Oracle of
Mhm.
Seasons.
Or 120 for the double pack.
Yeah. No,
Dude, I
no,
swear,
it'll be
I'm
like
not-
150 for the double pack. And you ask why? They're like, because
Yeah.
we can.
Once I get
There's a
rich,
special
dude,
secret ending that you have to that you
can
can
only
only get
get.
if you have them both.
Yeah.
I swear, dude. Once I get rich, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of Nintendo stock so I can sit in on the meetings and have something.
I was
to
gonna
say.
say,
Like,
no,
you
no,
know?
no, because JP, listen, Global Nintendo and JP Nintendo are two very different companies.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there was a
You
guy
still won't have a say.
wasn't
was a
there a
guy
guy
who did that with
yeah, I was gonna
F-Zero.
say yeah,
Yeah.
there was a guy who bought a bunch of stock just to get in a meeting and asked when's the next F-Zero game. I was like, this guy, like
I'll do the same thing, bro. I'll be
Yeah.
at every meeting, dude. Like, yo, when's this coming up?
oh man. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Hidden Treasures, they showed it off, and I don't think they gave a release date.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They just says this fall in winter. Which it looks good. I mean, hopefully it comes with the update for like the performance, because they haven't like updated the performance yet.
And then you have Tears of the Kingdom on there, which is great. And then you have this like half-baked Pokemon game.
Yep, exactly. Like that's all they need. If once they update the performance, I'll go boot it back up, and then I'll go ahead and finish the game, because I'm already. I just have to fight the Elite Four and beat the champion. And I'm done. Oh, actually, let me rephrase it. There is an end game. I do have to do the end game part too, where you can get
Someone's doing the fireworks.
I haven't
outside
gotten
my
too
window.
far. I haven't got very
Oh.
far in it, and the performance is making it non-playable for me, so I just quit.
No, I was able to deal with it. Mario Kart 8, they show off the new track, or one new track at least, along with PD Piranha, Wiggler, and Comic being characters, which is kind
I'm
of cool.
stoked.
Peter Piranha was already a character, wasn't he?
Not in this
Oh wait,
game.
no.
He was in
I'm
Double
sorry, I'm sorry.
Dash.
Sorry, I was thinking of a Smash. Never mind.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna make a new Mario Kart, or they're just gonna keep updating
Nah.
this one?
They just keep
Nah.
updating
If
it.
they make a new one, it'll be for like the new system.
Yeah.
I need
So-
Mortal Kombat Kart to come back, man.
Mortal
That-
Kombat.
Armageddon, bro. Oh my god. I'd
Mar-
play that.
Mario Kart's fun. You know what I wanted to do with everybody here? Like have a special event and let's do like a Mario Kart tournament. Like get
I'd have to
people.
buy the game.
Oh, you don't have the game? Oh.
No.
Yeah, because like we could do a huge tournament, because I think you could do up to like 20 people or something like that. So
Just however many racers are. I think there's like 12, but then you can have people waiting in the lobby to cycle
okay.
in.
All right, so then we can do
Bro.
12. We get a group of 12 people, and then let's go ahead and duke it out. Like
I don't even think I know 20 people, bro. Like,
That's all right.
real
Yeah.
talk.
I'll just
My
rep-
bartending
least-
days are over, dude. I just sit at home all day now, dude. Like,
We'll look. We'll ask viewers. We'll get David. I'm sure David has
Right.
Mario Kart, and David, you probably know people, so maybe you can get some people. Yeah, Mario Kart would be fun. Luigi's Mansion was also the Dark Moon remaster was also announced, which is kind of cool, I guess. Luigi's Mansion 3 is actually really good. I actually enjoy that. Vampire Survivors is finally coming to Nintendo Switch, and we'll have
that
couch
game
co-op.
is so good. That
I don't know
game
why it
is so
wasn't on
good,
Switch
dude.
originally.
I know, right? That's a
Wait,
game that should have
right.
been on Switch like from the start.
Have y'all played?
I've never played it. I've heard good things about it, and
I think NPSensei would like it.
Mhm.
Like, I
I've
think
tried
that's
it.
like
It's
No?
only yeah.
you don't like it.
Uh,
It seems like right
nah.
up because you don't really have to do anything except move. You know what I mean?
Right, but there's no like the progression.
There's-
Like you
there's no
it's
waifus
endless.
for
It's-
him,
it-
all right?
yeah, it's
There's no
not only
waifus
that,
for
but it's
MP.
endless.
Yeah. It like literally like it's fun. It's a good time killer.
But yeah, that comes out August 17, and that has couch co-op, which I believe it's couch co-op's only available on the Switch version that I know of. I'll probably get patched in on the PC and the Xbox version.
Oh, I didn't know you can have multiple players in it. That's kind of cool.
Well, it's not a thing until now.
Ah,
Until
I
the
see,
Switch
I see,
version,
I see.
yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention they did show off a new Princess Peach game, which actually looks pretty interesting. At first, I thought it was a new Mario or Paper Mario game because they had like the whole like stage scene and stuff like that. But no, it's a new Princess Peach game, so it looks pretty interesting. I'll keep an eye
So
out for
it's not
that.
the first of its kind.
There
Heck
is
yeah.
a Princess Peach game that's called Super Princess Peach, but that's a different type of game. This one
Hmm.
is different. It looks like a 2.5D type of like a side scroller type of deal. Doesn't look
Gotcha.
doesn't look like any Mario game or anything like that. So it looks interesting. A game I'm excited for is Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince. That got announced coming out December 1st. If you haven't played Dragon Quest Monsters, it's just Pokemon, but with Dragon Quest Monsters, right? Hence Dragon Quest
Yep.
Monsters. And very good. The stories are definitely a step above. They usually actually connect to the actual Dragon Quest games, or sometimes they have characters from mainline Dragon Quest games, and then you just play as them. This one seems to be in the Dragon Quest 4 world. I've never beaten Dragon Quest 4, so I don't know who this character is, but I did hear that apparently he is the main bad guy in Dragon Quest 4, which is interesting, which is why the hero from Dragon Quest 4 shows up. So, and it kind of makes sense, right? You're controlling monsters, so yeah, why not be the bad guy who controls the monsters? But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I probably will pick it up day one. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then, like I mentioned earlier, they showed off some more Sonic Superstars, which I'm very excited for. Batman Arkham Trilogy was also announced coming to the Switch, which was rumored for like I want to say like 2 years, which is kind of cool if you already own the game. Like, there's that. And for me, what I think was the highlight of the show for me was Star Ocean: The Second Story R, which is announced. It's coming later on this year, November 3rd to be exact. It is also coming to PS5 and PC. I think the game looks amazing. Like, I don't know about you guys, but the game looks awesome. The art style, it has the pixelized, like 16-bit sprites, but then it has a 3D background. So it's like a step above HD 2D. What do you think about it, Mike?
I think it was like the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me at least, because like I've been having like a real itch for like a turn-based like JRPG kind of game.
Yeah. And this is,
Especially with those graphics. I feel like I'm a little disappointed because they should have done like the Chrono Trigger like remake like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, but other than that, like I think it's gonna be good. I haven't played a Star Ocean game in forever either. It's been a
Yeah.
long time.
Well, apparently this is the best Star Ocean game too, according to people.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like they like it better than Till the End of Time, which is the third Star Ocean, the PS2 one.
That's the last Star Ocean game I played.
I played
Mm.
that was my first Star Ocean game. Then I played Star Ocean 1 back in the PSP, days where you can get any game on the PSP. But yeah, like I had got it there, and then I bought it on Switch when the Star Ocean R came out and played it there, and it's good. Like the Star Ocean games do not 1 and 2 specifically, but like they do connect. In terms of like certain things that happen in one game, you can kind of see what happens to it in another game. But yeah, Fan and Sensei, what do you guys think about this game?
That game, I'm good.
What
I'll
about you?
probably get it. I
Mhm.
enjoy it. Like, it reminds me of the Tales series.
Mhm.
Tales of Destiny.
Yep.
Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Symphonia. I would like to see a Tales of Destiny remake in this fashion.
So, fun fact: do you know the story of how Star Ocean was made?
I assume
Negative.
it was probably like a guy that's part of the Tales series and just broke off and did his own thing.
Yeah, almost half
Yeah.
of their development force they left and did that because of some. I guess there was some feud that happened with them and like Bandai, and because I think it was Bandai or Namco, whoever owned them at the time. There was a few, so they left and they created TRE, which then did the Star Ocean games, and then of course Valkyrie Profile and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's why, like, if you look at Star Ocean 1 and then compare it to like a Tales game, they play very similar. That's because it was the same development team. I believe it was after Tales of Destiny 2. No, I lie. No, yeah, I think it was a PS1. It was one of the PS1 games. That's when they broke away and then they started Star Ocean. I believe so. I could be wrong on the stories there, but yeah, just look it up. It was pretty cool. I watched a story on it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. No wonder they're very similar. But yeah, to me, that's the highlight. November 3rd, 2023.
This
said,
fall's gonna be stacked, bro. I might quit my job just to play these games, dude.
We went from not knowing what was coming out this fall to like now being
Knowing
pretty
everything.
stacked. Yep.
Trying to figure out how we're gonna play it all. Is the
Yep.
problem.
Yeah. That's like a
ugh.
few $1,000s in games, I feel like.
I know.
Yep.
I gotta be selective about what I'm getting.
Yeah, Persona 5 Tactica, they showed more of that November 17th.
Oh yeah.
Also on Game
Totally
Pass.
getting that. Is it
thi-
on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Hang
game
on Game Pass then.
This game here, Myth Force, looks like a cool group
That
stream
looked
game.
good.
Yeah,
That-
it's
yeah, it
like a
looked
first
good.
person like dungeon crawling game. With like a Saturday morning cartoon like
890s
looking-
cartoon.
yeah,
like
like
He-Man,
He-Man.
or
Exactly.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
that
I
looks pretty
think-
cool.
Is it free to play? Or is
No, I don't think so. It's available for pre-order on PC, I know for sure. I think PlayStation as well. I could be wrong on that. So no, it's not.
We
'cause you can
gotta-
pre-order it.
we gotta like remember that game? We're gonna forget.
Myth Force. Well, like I skipped it at first, and then I went back and rewatched the direct because I remember I told you like I had to rewatch the direct because there was some stuff that I was missing out on. And I rewatched it. I was like, wow, this game actually looks pretty cool. Like, actually, let me play the trailer real quick. Oh, it's so loud.
The Knight Victoria
Give me 1
gathers
second, I'll be right back.
champions
Yeah, you're good.
across the land.
Yeah, it looks so
Known
cool.
as
Like just looking at the
Myth
trailer there,
Force.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Prepare to be dead again, monster.
I'm actually gonna lower the volume.
Yeah,
so we
even
don't
it
get...
even says it.
Yeah,
It's
inspired
a
by
Saturday morning cartoon chaos. Yeah, it reminds me of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yeah, it looks awesome. This guy reminds me. Remember that Sinbad cartoon that was is it Sinbad? Yeah, that was out back in the days. This looks cool. Like I think it would be a pretty cool group stream. Yeah, I like the character design. The monster design looks pretty awesome.
Or imagine what Dark Gauntlet, but in first person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those games, dude.
I mean, it's basically the way that it looks like. It might be like a Diablo, but in first person.
I hope they
Aspire is actually
execute
doing
well.
it.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so it's interesting there. But yeah, and then they show off Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, The Last Spark Hunter, which is the last DLC for Mario plus Rabbids. And
They
then
already
the
released the DLC?
I thought they did. Was I wrong?
Did they? I don't think they did they?
No.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so then I lie. Don't listen to me. Fake news.
Yeah.
And they also announced a demo for Mario plus Rabbids that you can also download now. So if you haven't played it, you can try it out. Then they showed off the new Splatoon 3 Splatfest for July 14-16 about what is your favorite ice cream, vanilla, strawberry, or mint chip? What would you guys choose out of those three?
Mint chip.
It depends, bro.
No.
I will get a swirl between vanilla and chocolate. There we go.
I would choose vanilla because chocolate is not an option there, so I would have to choose vanilla.
I have
out of
to
those
I
three.
thought you said chocolate. Did you
Yeah,
say
it said
No.
mint chip,
Mint,
said
mint
mint
chip. Yeah, but that has
Which-
mint.
Oh,
which has chocolate in it. So.
Yeah, but it has
Oh.
mint,
I'll
and I don't like
I would do
mint.
vanilla.
Yeah.
Like an Andes.
Sensei, what is your favorite? So Splatoon 3 Splatfest was announced, and then the Splatfest consists of what is your favorite ice cream flavor? Vanilla, strawberry, or mint chip? Those are the three options.
Ooh, none of them because I only eat cake batter because I'm lactose intolerant and I rarely ever eat ice cream.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an ice cream slut, dude. Like,
I'm not an ice cream fan, but I'll eat a Klondike bar or something
I
like
only
that.
mess up my diet for
I
cheese.
love ice cream.
I love
Gelato.
me some cheese.
Oh man,
Lot.
yeah. I can't live without cheese. Like grilled cheese, I can live off of that. Like
Dude, I did a diet where I had no like cheese on anything for like a month. Did not enjoy it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't like that. And then they showed off Just Dance, which I guess it's just
Totally.
Dance.
That's
They're still
a
making
total
that.
top for me, bro. Like, that is a total top.
They must be doing good if they make one every year.
I know.
Well,
think
you got to think about like all like the kids and like stuff like that. That like
yeah,
But you
I
gotta
mean,
pay the
cool.
royalties for those songs, right?
yeah. Maybe they have some type of
That's right.
deal. I mean, to be fair, it is a
like Kids
game that
Bop.
my daughter would like
Yeah.
play. Like she would love something like that, but I'm not
Like
getting her.
tweens.
you
Tweens.
talking
Yeah.
about I'm not getting it.
Yeah. Like no, like I have like she plays like the Peppa Pig games and stuff like that on there, but that's because it's on Game Pass. So I let her play that, in the Paw Patrol and stuff like that. But yeah, she would ask me like, "Hey, can you buy that?" I'm like, "Nope." No, I'll tell you what. It's like beat Dark Souls 1, and then I'll get it
Then
for
I
you.
got
Like,
you.
yeah.
You're
Show me
gonna be
you're
a
a true
real
gamer.
gamer, not a fake gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me you're a true gamer, please.
Exactly.
Either we go all in or not at all.
And then they showed off Palia, which I don't even remember the game, so we're not going to talk about it. It's a free-to-play game, though. Penny's Big Breakaway
Is it-
actually looked pretty interesting.
Was
That
that
looked
just a
really
farm
good.
game?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a farm.
it's like an open world farm game.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't, no offense to the developer, but not my cup of tea. I don't even remember what it was.
Because there's a million farming games.
Exactly.
So, like,
But Penny's Big Breakaway actually looks interesting. This is a game that I will keep my eyes on. It's made from the people who made Sonic Mania, and it's a 3D platformer, which funny enough, before this came out, I was just like thinking back in the past, and because I've been really wanting to play Billy Hatcher. I've never played it. I've heard good things about it. And I've been really wanting to play it, and that's a 3D platformer. And I was thinking to myself, like, 3D platformers used to be like the big rage, and outside of Mario now, nobody else is doing it. And then this game shows up on the direct, which looks very interesting. I'll have my eyes on it. Like it looks pretty cool.
I'll definitely like cop that.
Yeah.
Is it just on the Switch?
No, it's on all platforms.
I wonder if it's gonna be on Game Pass.
That's what I'm waiting for, because sometimes they'll have like a secret announcement of like, oh,
Yeah.
this is coming to Game Pass, or they might not like what's it called, like advertise it, because maybe Nintendo
It'll
has
just
like
be on
marketing
one of the
rights.
months.
Yeah, which would be pretty cool, or even the PlayStation Plus Premium, because in my opinion, I think right now PlayStation Plus Premium it's up there. You got a lot of great games on there. Fae Farm was the farming game. What the heck is Palaria? A cozy free-to-play adventure sim that promises to let you create the life of your dreams. No. Yeah. The life of my dreams are not there. Can I fight people? Like, can I,
Right.
if they're giant
like,
monsters?
You want
Like,
to play Sim?
Where's the dragons at, man?
exactly. Like, that's the life of my dreams. Where's the dragons, huh? Can I watch Goku fight Frieza there? No. All right. Then, But yeah, Fae Farm, which was announced, I want to say like last year or something like that, because we talked about this game. It's an RPG sim. Think of like not Story of Seasons. What's the other game? Rune Factory. Think Rune Factory. And then Silent Hope sees 7 word. Yeah, another game that they announced, which it looks like it's an action RPG. Looks Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which looks like a funny game, but I wouldn't buy it. Like, no offense, but yeah.
Which one is that?
Headbangers Rhythm Royale, the one that has like all the pigeons. But yeah, it's like a musical game. It looks like something interesting. Like if it was on Game Pass or something, I would download and try it. But that's about it. And then Gloomhaven, they showed that off.
Which one is that?
Gloomhaven, I believe it was a board game, and they have it on PC, and now it's coming to Switch. Yeah, so it's like a board game, come to
Right.
3D. Man, I don't remember a lot of these Manic
Hey,
Manic Mechanics. Like, I don't remember this game. What is this game? Manic Mechanics. A 4-player co-op game. Oh yeah, the direct was only Wednesday. I'm like, I don't remember some of these games.
What is going on with my memory, bro?
Yeah. Oh, this game actually looks pretty cool. It's like a fun, like if it's on Game Pass or something, I'll probably play it. Like, it looks like you build your own car.
Yeah, I remember this now. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy couch co-op.
I know, right? That doesn't exist in today's world.
And the mayhem is apparently endless. So.
Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. I don't remember them showing that, but I guess they did. And that's it. Yeah, man, there was actually quite a lot of games. I didn't think it was going to be that long for us to go down that list. But yeah, quite a few things there that they showed.
Hot Wheels seems kind of fun. I know the first one's on Game Pass. I've been meaning to try it out.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I heard so too. I heard there was some good things about that.
Is it not just Forza?
Well, there is a Forza like Hot Wheels like DLC, but no, yeah, it's something different. This is like actual like Hot Wheels. Like you go through the tracks of Hot Wheels. Maybe Forza has that too. I don't remember. But yeah, some interesting stuff. Like I said, I think the highlights were like Star Ocean R for me, Mario RPG, Mario Wonder.
I think they got a solid Star Ocean's on everything though, isn't it?
Everything but Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo itself has a solid lineup for fall, I guess.
I think so too.
Mario RPG, and they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So
yes, Nintendo first parties are usually like the gold standard. One thing I did want to say about the Direct is this is how you do a presentation in terms of when you're showing off the game. Because like my biggest pet peeve is don't people not showing off gameplay. In every single video, at least they show gameplay, which I really liked. Versus PlayStation's where it was just like, oh yeah, this game is coming, but it's just like a trailer of animation and stuff like that. You don't know what it is. Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but everything they released, like showed, is releasing in like a 6-month period.
That is true. Yeah.
Because showing games like that, showing teasers 6 years ago and still having no information about some games, it's annoying.
Yeah, you see that, it's good that you mentioned that because I didn't think about that, but like Nintendo seems to be the only one that when they do that, for the most part, outside of like, like Bayonetta 3 and like Metroid Prime, the games they show off are usually within 6 months, of each other, unless they're delayed. Where like PlayStation and Xbox have a habit of, we're announcing Indiana Jones, and then 2 years later, there's still
nothing.
Yeah.
Or how about this? How about this? Mm-hmm. How about the Elder Scrolls that was announced 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And then they said it's probably not coming out till like 2028. Like, it's just like, bro. Mm-hmm. I was a senior in high school when Skyrim came out. By the time that game comes out, I'm gonna be almost 40. You know what I mean? Like,
then they're going to delay it another 40 years, and you're like, man, I just got my Skyrim.
Oh man,
I've been waiting on this since day one.
Nah, for real, it'll be almost 20 years from Skyrim to the next Elder Scrolls game. Imagine like a game coming out in 1990 and having a sequel in like 2010.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that's
insane, dude.
That is the thing. So huge props to Nintendo for doing that, and hopefully like it's not wrong to copy that format. Like PlayStation, you want to do your state of plays and your PlayStation Showcase, do it, but be more consistent with what you're showing. Like don't go like for me, like I think like as a content creator here, right? Like if somebody were to come up to us like, hey, I got this game that I want to show off, I would be like, when is this game coming out? Like, is this really a game? Is it not just like a project that you're super hyped for and then you're just gonna like not come out with it, right? Think of what was that game? Abandoned, or not a game, right? Abandoned. Sony was quick to show it off in a PS blog, and guess what? That game is not even a game. It doesn't exist. So
yeah, there's a few of them. Like Rockstar did that too with a game called Fugitive or something like that.
I think I do remember, and then they finally officially announced that it was canceled.
Yeah, it was like they hyped it up. There was like everyone was super hype about it, and like the stuff that you could do in the game sounded like super fun. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't exist." And then there's things like StarCraft Ghost that did the same thing too. Like
Deep Down from Capcom, which was like a Souls like.
Yeah,
that was when the PS4 launched, or when they first showed off the PS4. That was like the first trailer. And then he showed another trailer that supposedly had gameplay. I'm like, nah, I don't think it was gameplay to begin with because there's PS5 games that still don't look that good.
Right.
So, yeah.
But no, Nintendo definitely like nails it with like the release windows, because I hate these like. I understand that games take a lot more to make nowadays, but they definitely have enough money to put bigger teams on these games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
or at least make good trailers with gameplay. Like even if the game is like a year out or two, if you show me gameplay, I can get hyped about it. Like there's that one on Xbox that they show off where it reminded me like the Princess and the Frog. Like the guy like that show that's playing like the banjo reminded me of like the bad guy from there. Yeah. Like I don't even know what that game is about. So how am I supposed to get hyped for a game that I don't know what it's about? you know.
Yeah, I mean the story, like the trailer is cool, okay, like,
Yeah.
but like, what do you do in the game? For all you know, it could be like one of those like,
Telltale games, like,
yeah,
you
right,
know.
like, or like the like,
It's a farming
what's it
sim.
called? Those Phoenix Wright style
Yeah.
games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The
I forgot what they're
Um,
called, like
shoot, visual novel. Yeah.
visual novel. Yeah, yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It could be a visual novel. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like, imagine the next Skyrim is just a visual novel. Like, or what's it?
Bro.
Elder Scrolls 6 is a visual novel.
Bro, I'm so mad. Dude, it's been 5 years since they showed it off, and
Yeah.
like it's still nothing, dude.
that would be hilarious because it could look like real life, right? It was the best graphics you ever seen,
Yeah.
but it's one still image.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Like we
yeah,
got you
that's
guys.
true. They wouldn't be lying. Like this is the high res image and stuff. But real quick, because we are running super low on time, let's go ahead and talk about that Xbox and the FTC. Like, oh man, like first of all, I'm gonna open up with this comment. Like, why would you ever I don't know, like me personally, even if I'm down and I know we're not doing good, I would never admit publicly that we lost a war. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Xbox specifically, like Phil Spencer, I believe, was the one that said it himself, was like, yeah, we lost a console war. But there's a lot of interesting information that's coming out, such as Starfield was originally a PlayStation exclusive, and the reason Xbox went and bought Bethesda was apparently because of that. Like, Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that's a boss move.
yeah,
But I think, how long has Starfield been in development? Because like Microsoft has owned ZeniMax for a long time. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, it's
Like,
been about when did they bomb 2020, and I think Starfield was announced in.
was it 2020? I thought because the new Elder Scrolls was announced like 2018. Didn't Microsoft own them? Because wasn't that the Microsoft showcase?
Like, you mean
No,
like Elder Scrolls Online?
no, Elder Scrolls 6, the
Oh
new
no,
one.
that was at the Bethesda. That was like it
Oh,
was
oh,
right after
Bethesda.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
So it would have been 2019 maybe. I want to say it was either 2019 or 2020 is when they bought it. It
okay.
might have been 2019 because I know it was right after that. Because that's also when they announced Starfield, or when they first showed it off or talked about it.
Where it was just like a logo,
Yeah,
like no
exactly.
gameplay. Like,
Yep. But like there was something like Pete Hines said that like Starfield would not have been out yet or would not be ready if Microsoft didn't buy it. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like he didn't say not ready. He said it wouldn't be coming out yet. Like that could be
um,
both a positive or a negative. It could be in the sense that they're being rushed to like bring it out, or
I think he meant it in the terms of probably funding.
funding.
It's probably like a super expensive game to make,
Yeah.
especially on the scale that they're trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero faith that game's gonna be good, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna call it right now because like it's super ambitious and like look at what happened to No Man's Sky. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they promised similar stuff and they failed to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I-
That
Do you think developers should stop promising stuff?
Oh yeah. I think
I think their
maybe
intention's good, but the execution sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think they want to do it, but then when they go to do it, they're like, this is really hard to do. Like,
like that and the hype culture in video games. Like there's too much hype culture based off of one success story, right? And Bethesda is not really a one success. Like they have multiple games like Fallout and stuff like that. But it's like I just think the hype culture makes it worse too, because you know sometimes you might be expecting one thing and it's something totally different.
yeah, look at Cyberpunk.
Mhm.
Everyone was hype about it, but the only games that they dropped that were actually good, it was Witcher 3.
Free. That's it. Yeah.
Witcher 2 was good too, but it was like definitely a dated game.
It was
you know
yeah,
what I
it was
mean?
decent, but gameplay wise was not great. And Witcher 1 is there's a reason they're remaking Witcher 1.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
it
it's
is-
not. The graphics are terrible, but no,
gameplay is
I
horrible. Like
I would
I
love that.
agree.
I'd play through the Witcher series if it was like remastered, updated graphics, everything. I'd do that.
Well, they had a patch out for Witcher 3 to
mhm.
No, it
Like
looks
the-
immaculate now.
yeah.
Yeah. First person view and stuff, or like side, like over the shoulder view, like God of War.
Mhm.
Oh
It
yeah,
was-
they did do
Yeah, I tested it out a little bit. It was nice.
I haven't played the update yet because
Yeah,
I
I'm off to
reverted
check
back
that.
on the Steam Deck to like the old build because the new build was crashing my Steam Deck. So I gotta try that out. Actually, I don't even think I have it on PS5, so I won't be able to try it out. Oh well. I guess I could try it on PC, but then I gotta install it and all that. Oh man, sorry.
But
I'm like, saying my thoughts out in there. Yeah, I mean,
yo, that
Mhm.
that Xbox FTC thing's getting like hot and heavy though, man.
It is.
Like,
Yep.
it's a lot of stuff's coming on core. I'm just waiting for like a game to be announced or revealed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I hope they push each other to that point.
It's funny. Like the FTC's other comments is like Nintendo is not a threat. Like not a threat. What do they say? They're not a big. What do they say?
But competitor.
Like, yeah, they say they're not a competitor or something like that. Like, in there, I'm like, huh? Like, and people are writing like, you do realize how much money Nintendo is banking now because of the Switch's success. But I mean, to be truthful, like, yeah, it is between Microsoft and Sony. That's really the thing, because Sony doesn't want to give up, probably the Call of Duty like exclusives and stuff like that.
David says playing Witcher.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. You gotta play Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 16, man. That's what you gotta do. It's like Witcher 3 4.0
So
minus the RPG elements.
what I don't understand is like, I just don't. I thought all this was already settled, and they like pretty much gave him the green light. I don't know what made him go to court.
Money. FTC wants more money.
Probably.
Yeah, I bet you in the back end they're like, look, Microsoft, you pay us up, we'll shut up. That's
Well,
exactly
I'm
what's going
sure.
on.
I think Microsoft already dumped too much money in this deal to
Mhm.
like back off. So at this point, I think it's more financially like
They have
viable
to go through
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah. And no matter how bad, like Phil Spencer went on record saying that Call of Duty will never be an exclusive,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So
which makes sense, like, because
Yeah.
it's like a multiplayer game that
Mhm.
Microsoft, and then if you have Sony pay royalties to Microsoft, you know what I mean, they would make more money than making it
Just a
exclusive.
cash cow. Why
Yeah.
kill the cash
I was
cow?
about to say,
Yeah.
I said it's either the game dies or they lose so much money.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
which
it makes sense because, like, PlayStation bought Bungie, and all of Bungie's games are going to be multi-platform. So
Yeah.
yeah, and bro, like Sony's like pulling this like card, like they're like, like vulnerable and a victim and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like, bro, they have so many exclusives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't buy studios to do it. Well, I guess they kind of do, but
yeah,
over time.
the studios they're buying are not like big name studios. Like, they're buying studios that have they might have big names behind them, but they're like
Yeah.
smaller, like startup studios. Where Microsoft is like, Activision, I choose you.
Right.
ZeniMax, I
But-
choose you. Like,
But also, Sony doesn't have Microsoft money.
that is true. Yeah, they
Because,
can't buy
like,
whole publishers.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you got to think like Xbox is like kind of like a super small
Yeah.
division of Microsoft. Microsoft makes all their money off the operating systems and Office,
Yeah.
dude. Working in like an IT environment, dude, there's so many licensing
Yeah.
that goes into like Microsoft stuff that like companies have to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
for, and just like it's insane,
Well,
dude.
they
Like,
bank on it. Like, it's weird that some of this like happens, but it's like, because like Azure servers, Sony uses them, right? Microsoft
Yeah.
owns Azure, so like they use their stuff. But like in the gaming space, I don't know. Sony's just being weird with everything. Like Jim Ryan, I already don't.
I don't like him,
Like,
bro.
me
He
neither.
seems like a scumbag, dude.
Yep,
Like, I don't
exactly.
like him.
Don't like him. He's already two-faced where it's talking about, we believe in generations. But by the way, God of War and Horizons or Forbidden West are also coming to PS4. Like, dude, don't walk back your stuff. Like, you say something, go through with it.
Right.
Well, then the money goes cha-ching, cha-ching.
Well, so
yeah.
so the Horizon thing that doesn't make sense is they released it on PS4, but they didn't release the DLC on PS4.
Yeah, exactly. So now you
I'm
gotta.
like, so you pretty much said F you to the people who
Yep.
bought it on PS4. Like, and it's like, oh, so now I have to buy a PS5 and buy the game again, or like do that upgrade or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and then buy the DLC.
I mean, to be fair, they also Square Enix also did that with Final Fantasy VII Remake, because the Yuffie DLC is
really?
only available on PS5. Yeah, so if you have a PS4
But that
copy,
wasn't that big of a DLC though, was it?
Nah, it wasn't. There were some people upset about it, but I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Like, I never
This
played that
DLC is
Forbidden West.
big. Like,
Okay.
this DLC is like, it's a new area of the map. Like, they're adding a whole map.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like,
this is
so
not
it's
a
like,
new area. It's just Shinra.
yeah. It's like it's like a whole. It could be like a whole self-contained game because Horizon's huge. You know what I
Naruto
mean?
says
So,
Xbox is better to get. I would disagree.
as of now, I would disagree. We'll see how the year ends. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, honestly, right now, like if I didn't have my Xbox, I would be okay. The thing is, with my Xbox, I have a lot of 360 games and like the Sonic franchises on my Xbox, so like that's the reason why I keep it around.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
my
know.
my Sonic franchise, like you can get the same games like on PlayStation, but I bought them all on Xbox, so that's why I have that around.
I really just want this like whole like
Mhm.
Activision thing like stop,
Yep.
just so I can start getting these games on Game Pass. I feel like at this point it'll still gonna be like another 2-3 years
Yeah.
before this deal ends, dude.
Mhm. It feels like that, but hopefully it ends sooner
How-
rather than later.
How long has this deal been going on? I feel like it's been going on a long
It
time.
was announced
We were
last
talking about
year.
this.
Yeah.
We were talking about this like when like you started the podcast and
Yep.
everything. So it's been like almost a year, dude. Like
I want to say it was announced last year, and then they said the deal was supposed to close by the end of June. So they're hitting that deadline. Like if they can make the FTC shut up, they'll be able. I mean, FTC needs to shut up. Like they don't even know how acquisitions work. Like they literally asked, "Oh, so you're paying all that money up front?" And Phil Spencer was like, "No, that's not how acquisitions work." He's like, "You're combining like everything together, and you're hoping to make that money back. Like that's how that works." It's like. And the guy's like, "Oh, okay." Like,
it's like, bro, who hired these people,
exactly.
dude? Like,
And these are the
every
people.
time, dude.
The-
Every time I watch these
it's-
government things, dude, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's like
how
the
are these
congressional
people
hearings, like
empowered,
with
dude?
freaking
Like,
TikTok and Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
It's
I hate Mark Zuckerberg, but like some of his responses to some
but
of these
this-
people is hilarious because
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
like, "Are you serious?" Like, like.
Well, he's talking to an older generation that doesn't know anything, and they're just like,
yeah, but he
they're just going off
explains it
whims.
in a way that every other person should be able to understand, but they still don't get it.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
literally
problem.
dumps it down like
Yeah,
so.
he
so
dumbs it
easily.
down so easy.
There was remember there was like actually never mind, I can't say it on the podcast. Never mind. There was something funny though during that whole thing that I was laughing about, but unfortunately I
Why?
can't say it on the podcast. Yeah, I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay.
um,
But yeah, no, that whole thing because like
Mhm.
I've seen like Google's CEO and stuff like that talking to these people, and they're just kind of like they're so dumb, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they have jobs.
I agree, and these are the people that
They
were
make our
expected.
laws. They make
Exactly.
our laws, dude. Like,
They don't even know what's going on.
no,
But yeah,
for real.
that Xbox FTC thing is going crazy. We'll keep you updated because we seem to talk about that almost every other week. That brings us to Video Game 20 questions. We are running low on time, so let's go ahead and speed run. I'll be doing the game this week, so let the question begin.
Did it come out after 2000?
Yes.
Did it come out after 2010?
Yes.
Or did it come out after 2015?
Yes.
Okay.
So, slightly modern game. Okay.
Did it come out after 2020?
No.
Say.
It's an exclusive
Hold on.
title.
Is it an exclusive title?
Like console exclusive.
If it's a console exclusive, like define console exclusive, like
Like, is it only to one console?
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
okay, it was only to one console. Yes.
Okay.
Hold on one second. You guys went way too fast. I didn't even get to write down everything.
You're
Yeah.
good.
First was
Yeah.
what, 2000, right? You said 2000.
Yeah.
Then you said
2010.
2010. Then
you said
2015. And it was the next question.
2020.
2020. And then it was
Okay.
console exclusive.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, so you said it was a console exclusive?
Yes.
Okay. Did it come out on a Sony platform?
Yes.
Okay. Was it a handheld?
Nope.
No. Oh, why'd you ask that?
Oh,
It came out
true.
between
Yeah.
2015 and 2020. There was no Sony
True.
handheld. You just wasted a question.
Yeah.
I get it.
Did you want to ask if it came out on Nintendo Switch as well? Like, no.
Did it come on Nintendo Switch?
Should we ask if it's a JRPG?
That seems like the
I mean, if it's Sony, might as well.
yeah. I mean, the only thing that could have came out then is a PS4.
Yeah.
Is it a JRPG?
No, sorry.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought there.
No JRPG. Okay, so
I gotta put.
can't be the Final Fantasy series.
Well, it can't be anything. Yeah, anything.
Can't
Well,
be.
is it? Maybe I should ask if it was an RPG.
Do you want to do action RPG?
I would just say RPG in general,
Okay,
just
alright.
so like
Okay.
we know it's not specifically a JRPG.
Yeah.
But is it RPG?
Yes.
So it's just not a JRPG.
Okay.
Is there a beta going out for Mortal Kombat 1 right now?
I don't know.
There was. I don't know if it's still going on, but yeah, there was. You had to sign up, and then you would have gotten emailed if you got chosen.
Oh, okay. Because I see people playing. I was like, what?
I think we should start doing studios. Should we get like Square Enix out of the way? Because they make action RPGs too.
Yeah.
Is it the game associated with Square Enix?
No.
Okay. Was the game made by a Sony owned studio?
No.
Okay. Is the game first person or third person?
You can't ask. That's not a yes or no question.
Is the game is the game third person? That's
Yes.
Should we ask if it's a Souls-like? Because around that time,
what Souls like is exclusive to PlayStation?
Bloodborne, Demon Souls,
Oh,
Neo.
true.
Sekiro?
What's
maybe?
this? What's this?
Sekiro.
What's the studio that made that?
FromSoft.
From Software.
Yeah, From Software.
Maybe we should ask them if it's a From Software game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any other Souls likes were around. Is it a From Software game?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think of other RPG games that were exclusive that wasn't Final Fantasy.
Funny enough, Kingdom Hearts was not.
When did Kingdom Hearts 3 came out? Oh wait, no, that was multi-platform. That was
Yeah.
exclusive. Yeah.
And it was made by
First
Square
of its
Enix.
kind.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah,
Square.
true.
That's right.
True.
Yeah. What about the God of War series?
It's not made by a Sony owned.
Oh, Sony owned them? Oh, Sony owned Santa Monica? I didn't know that. What about what? No. I was thinking Uncharted for some reason, but no. It's not. It's not RPG. I mean, it's more.
Yeah, and it's owned by it's
adventure.
made by a Sony owned studio.
Yeah.
To give you a heads up, you're on question 14. So you have 5 questions and a guess.
What other Sony exclusives? I'm thinking Devil May Cry, but then like that also came out on PC.
Third person RPG, PS4.
So to clarify, you did say, did the game only come out, like Sensei clarified the question, say, did the game come out only on one console? I took that as in it only released on one console.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but then I asked if it was Sony hardware, and you say yeah.
Correct. I said it released
Yeah.
on one console though. The question was, did it release on one console? Because when I asked clarify console exclusive, you said did it only
Yeah.
release on one console?
Yeah, and I
Right.
said the example, Spider-Man.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't see the Spider-Man aspect.
No, he said it.
Oh,
He said
I
example
didn't hear
Spider-Man.
it. I didn't hear it. I must have
Yeah.
missed that when they were talking. So then I
And
guess yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I said, and then I asked if it was Sony hardware, so it would have to be PlayStation 4 between the time period if it's a console exclusive.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
So I will
Potentially
I will
PS5.
backtrack then and say no, because I took it as did it only release on one console? Because technically this game only released on one console. Does that make sense? Without giving away too much.
Basically, it's available for PC. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Next time, I think the wording would be platform.
Yes. If you would have said like exclusive to one platform, then yeah.
So would the Horizon series be considered in one of this then?
Yeah, but Sony owns Guerrilla
Yeah.
Games, I think,
Oh,
don't they?
jeez.
Because their games are only released on PlayStation, and they make Killzone, so
But no.
and those only released on PlayStation.
Zero Dawn actually is now available for PC, but it was only released on PS5.
Yeah.
And PS5 came out in what,
Like-
2020?
Well, yeah, but Zero Dawn came out. Horizon Zero Dawn's on PC.
Or Forbidden West. I'm sorry, Forbidden
Yeah.
West. But that's why I was trying to say, like, Forbidden West only came out on the PS5, but it is technically available for the PC.
Yeah.
So it falls in line with what he was saying earlier. Like, it only released in one console.
It was the game made by Guerrilla Games.
I am gonna give you a free one since I messed up on the understanding. Guerrilla Games is owned by Sony. And then you did ask, is it made by a
Okay.
Sony owned studio?
Okay. What other game is RPG?
They're released on PC.
Can you get
And
Neo on PC? Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
Neo's okay.
Yeah, it's on Steam, I
Okay.
believe.
Does Sony own Team Ninja?
No.
Is it a Team
As-
Ninja game?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think Ninja Gaiden's on Game Pass.
No, I was thinking Neo.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like
Yeah.
I don't think anyone owns them.
Okay.
Ooh,
What about
David
Ghost of
said
Tsushima?
Infamous. That is a good one, but it's a
Second Son?
Sony. But it's a Sony made studio. It's a Sony owned studio because
Yeah.
it's made by the people who made Spider-Man.
No, not Activision.
No.
Insomniac.
Insomniac. There it is.
No, it's made by Sucker Punch, who makes Ghost
Oh,
of
Sucker
Tsushima.
Punch. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
What other RPG game is out there? That's available only on Sony, but came out on other
On PC, pretty much.
PC. And we've got
You gonna chime in, Sensei,
Who
and help
made-
him out?
Who made?
Oh, I already said everything I know.
I played it on the PS5 when it was available for the PS4 remake. Shadow Colossus. Who made that? Because they did a
That
remake.
that was
Well, I don't know if I would consider that an RPG though.
Come on, Sensei, pull into your data banks.
Oh no, I didn't play PlayStation until the PS5.
And you already said Sucker Punch is owned by Sony, right? So it wouldn't be Ghost of Tsushima either.
it's not a Square Enix game.
Who did the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
Square Enix.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit.
I don't
Getting
know
me
if they made
Square.
it, but they published it and asked if the game was associated
Oh.
with Square Enix, so that would cover both.
So
Let me know if you guys decide to give up. Let me know.
I'm running.
Like my brain
PS4
is like, I'm running through my back catalog of like games in my head.
RPG. That's there we go. All right. Game from
Feel like giving you guys hints, but I'll be cheating.
Mm.
You know, I'm kind of tapped out because I didn't really use my PS4 a lot.
All right. So I guess I'll give it a hint. Sensei does know this game.
I do,
Yes, you do.
All right,
but I haven't
Sensei.
played it.
I'm just gonna say that.
Unless it's Persona, like I couldn't think what RPG
Well,
I
he
would say.
said it's not a JRPG, but he said it is an RPG.
Unless it's Spider-Man.
But the Sony owned Insomniac.
Because
Yes.
I've only played Spider-Man, God of War,
Yeah.
Persona, and Final Fantasy 16 now.
He said you know it now that you played it.
Right. But the thing is, my memory only goes as far as what I played for the most part. Everything else goes to the
I mean,
wayside.
don't forget, they came to the conclusion it's a PlayStation console exclusive, but
Right.
but
It's also on PC.
PS4 game that's on PC.
Or PS5 that's on PC now. Remember, it didn't because you said the cutoff was after 2020.
Yeah.
PS5 came out in 2020.
but like if you guys give up, you're gonna get so mad.
Yeah.
It could be PS5, I guess.
Yeah. Who did The Last of Us?
It's Ratchet. No, I was gonna say it's Ratchet and Clank, but
I mean, you can ask if it's part of the series.
nah, because Sony owns that IP, and it's not made by a Sony studio.
And it's not Sekiro.
Does Sony own Naughty Dog?
Yeah.
So many of these games that we're thinking of, Sony owns the freaking studios.
Chat, don't forget, you guys can help these guys out.
How many questions do we have left?
You have 4 questions and a guess left.
Have I played this game?
I believe so. I believe you have.
Should we ask if we mentioned the game?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean we're running out of options though.
Have we mentioned the game?
No.
Okay. David just says Genshin.
Genshin.
Can you play Genshin Impact on the PS? Yo, I think you can.
You can.
It's not exclusive though, is it?
No, it's mobile, and then you can play it on console and PC.
Yeah. But I think the question was, it was technically this is the only console it's been released on, right?
Right.
Mobile's not handheld, PC's PC.
True.
Well, who
go
makes
Genshin.
Genshin? Who makes Genshin? Is it
I have
Hoyo.
no idea.
Hoyo.
ask if it's a Hoyo game?
Is it a Hoyo game?
Yes.
Okay, Genshin Impact. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Is the game
The
Genshin
only one.
Impact?
Yes, it
It
is.
was crazy. I
Yeah,
played
yeah.
it for like 5 seconds. It's the only Hoyo game I played for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Genshin Impact. Released in 2020. Came out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4,
Way to
Windows,
save, David.
Android,
Way to save.
iOS, and GeForce Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why at first I was
Yeah, man,
hinting.
everything
That's why I
close.
was like, Sensei, use your brain. If Ash was here, he probably would have got it right away.
When I think of mobile, I don't think of it like I separate all mobile games from a console, even if you can play it there. Like because Bleach Brave Souls is on PS4 too,
Yep.
or PlayStation in general, and I'm
It
just like,
is,
that's
yep.
trash over there.
So, and the rule of thumb is like we did mention no mobile games unless it's something that everybody would know. But this is technically not a mobile game because it is on PlayStation, and there's a lot of PlayStation players actually that play this, and PC players as well. But yeah, good job with those little hints I gave to you. You guys got it. So awesome job for that. Next week though, I am gonna. I was gonna ask if we go again because I did this one because Ash wasn't here, but that wasn't the game that I had chosen for it today. Because the other game, you guys will definitely get angry because you guys won't guess it. But yeah, appreciate everybody for joining us, David.
No, and
Awesome,
I
you saved them.
won't be here for Friday on the game stream or the next podcast.
Oh
'cause
no!
I'll be out of town. I'll be out of town.
Oh no! Why?
Yeah, I'll be out of town.
We'll be down to man. But yeah,
Enjoy your trip.
enjoy your
Yeah.
trip. You'll be having fun.
Yeah, bro,
for
have
sure.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I do actually
Bring
gotta talk
my
to you guys
bring
after
my
the
ally
stream
with
too.
me so I can play games.
But you could just remote play Final Fantasy 16. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Just go buy a surge protector and return it when you come back.
Oh, I got a
Exactly.
battery pack and everything. I'm too scared of like all my stuff because my work computer and everything's all hooked up to the same. So I'm just-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate everybody for joining the stream. We do thank you guys for showing up. Awesome job, David. You helped them out. Made them win here. Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you, dog.
Definitely. I was
Not
like,
the first
man,
time chat has helped.
when
That's
I
good.
saw him
I was
mention that, I was
wondering
like, hopefully you guys don't look at
Nah,
chat.
he helped y'all get the last time I was.
Yeah.
He kept asking me to
Yeah.
participate, and I'm like, dog. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know anything.
I kept asking him because like I'm trying to think of games also that he might know, and that's what I thought about. I was like, okay, I was like, well, maybe he should know this. Like that's why I figured you played it. I know you said you didn't like it, but I was like, I think you played it because if you didn't like it, you had to have tried it once at least.
Yeah, I did try it. I did indeed try it, and on the PlayStation, in fact, which is kind of crazy.
David says he takes Cash App.
Now, this is like my you owe me, bro.
But yeah, appreciate everybody for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us over at Twitch. Also, don't forget, follow, actually, Sensei, where can I catch you at?
NPSensei on all platforms.
Ben, where can they catch you at?
You can catch me at Phaneckswhy on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all the socials.
What about you, Mike?
Right here, man. Right here.
Yeah, and like I said, don't forget, make sure you go ahead and follow their channels. They do stream quite often. Sensei's pretty much streaming almost every day. And Fan as well, he does stream quite often. Yeah, and don't forget to check out our videos. We should have at least 2 videos for sure this week, possibly a third. We'll also have a short coming out of Mike's video, and I'll probably upload that on TikTok as well. So you should be getting a bunch of stuff from us this week as well. And yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll be back on Wednesday streaming some Final Fantasy 16 if I don't beat it from here till then. If not, I'll probably be playing Street Fighter, or I do know a viewer was asking me to play Smash, so I might play Smash as well. We'll see what happens there. Thank you guys. Thank you, Fan. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Mike. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.